Hello friends, this is Dr. OG Crypto here, your mentor and tutor for your trading journey. I'll be introducing you to the best forex and crypto trading course for a total newbie, an amateur, a professional trader. My goal for creating this course is to make it for free and make it even more relatable and better than any trading course you can get for $1,000. So today we'll be talking about break of structure and change of character. This is also one of the important tools that you need as a smart money concept trader. You understand? So you actually need this one too. We've talked about market structure. I said you need market structure, you need BOS and change of character. You need to understand it. Later on, I will tell you you need to understand other blocks, fair value gap, and so on and so forth. You understand? So this is also one of the important tools that you need to understand if you want to be a profitable SMC trader. So this BOS means break of structure, and this CHOCH means what? Change of character. You understand? So that is the meaning. So some people call this break of structure. You can also call it BMS. That is break of market structure. You understand? So if you understand market structure very well, when I was teaching you about market structure, I said there are two market structure. It's either the market is going in uptrend, right? It's either it's going in uptrend or the market is going in a what? In a downtrend. Or you say the market is going in a downtrend. And if the market is going in an uptrend, it will be forming higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. You understand? Then if the market is going in a downtrend, it will be forming what? Lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower lows. So in the process of forming a high and the new higher highs, it will break the previous high that we know before. So breaking this previous high is what we refer to as break of structure. So breaking this previous high to form a new high is what refers to as what? Break of structure. Now, here to look at it, the market is in a downtrend, forming new lows, new lows, new lows. So in the process of the low that we know before, it broke the previous low that we know before. So therefore, it means that there is a break of structure here. Now, this is a low we know before. Now, this is another new low that was created, meaning that a new low has been formed, therefore breaking the previous low that we know before. Therefore, it's showing us that there's a break of structure here. You see that this is the high we have before, and this is a new high. You can see that this high did not break the previous high that we know. So it means that there is no break of structure here. Do you understand? But this is a low. Now, the new low that was created actually broke this one. So therefore, it's telling us that there is a break of structure here. So it's as simple as that. That is what break of structure actually means. Then change of character. Change of character is also an example, or let me just say a type of break of structure. But in this case, instead of the market, it shows us that the market has changed, the trend has changed. You know that if I draw something like this, it means that we are going up, right? So the next thing that I expect the market to create is that it should come like this, then it will still go more further. You understand? So, but in the case that I'm expecting the market to go more further so that we can continue the uptrend that we've been going. You understand? So in the case that the market did now come and break the previous high that we know before, the market now forms something like this. That is, it not break the previous high. Then when it's now coming down back, it now come and break the low that we know before. Therefore, it's signaling to us that the trend has changed. You understand? So this means that here now is where there is now a break of structure. But break of structure, therefore breaking the previous break of structure that we know before. So that's why we can now call this one, instead of break of structure, you can call it change of character. You understand? But if you don't want to confuse yourself, if you don't want to be confused, you understand, you can just section that chart into two things. Okay, I say here like this, we are in uptrend. Then just zone yourself that here like this, we are in what? We are in downtrend. Therefore, in this place, you are forming new low, new low. You understand? So here we can say break of structure, break of structure. You understand? But if you like, since it's forming high, 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 then in this case, instead of forming new high, you now break it. So you can call this place a change of character. Then you can now continue that this is a break of structure because you've already changed it from the normal high that we know before to is now forming low, low, low. So this place we can say is a what? A change of character. So that is that. But if you be confused, if you be confused, or you are the type that you know yourself that you might be confusing yourself, or be mixing things up, you understand, you can just look at it. Okay, this is a chart, what is happening here? Okay, this is a high, this is a low, this is a high, this high is higher than this one, so you can say there is a break of structure here. You understand? So let's move to the next one. Let's move to the next market. You look at it, you see, okay, this is a high, this is a low. This low did not break this one, so therefore there is nothing concerning us here. But when the market push back up, it break this one particular high that we know before, you can say that there's a break of structure in this place too. You understand? There is a break of structure in this zone too. You understand? So let's go. Now this is a low. Of course, it did not break this low that we know before. Okay, there is no break of structure. Then the market went up. It did not break this place too. You understand? It did not break the high we know before. Okay, let's still go on. Then the market came down. In the process of coming down, it broke this particular one. So you can just say here, there's a what? There's a break of structure here. You understand? Then here too, you say what? There's a what? There's a break of structure here. You understand? So, but if you want to be more professional, sound more professional, so that people would respect you, okay, this thing did break of structure, this thing did break of structure, this one did not break any structure to the upside or to the downside, okay, it means that it has switched from upper break of structure that it's doing before to lower. So therefore, at this point, there's a change of character. So that is the difference between break of structure and change of character. And you actually need to understand it, and you need to spot it on chart, so that you can, because it's one of the important tools that you need as an SMC trader. So now let's look at what is break of structure. So there are two types of break of structure. We have bullish break of structure, that is break of structure to the upside. We have bearish break of structure, which is break of structure to the downside. You understand? So break of structure types. So there are two types depending on the direction and the breakout. So there is bullish break of structure. So this occurs when price action breaks above the swing high in a trend, indicating a strong upward momentum and suggesting a continuation of the bullish trend. Look at, this is the high, this is the high, this is the high. So that when the market is coming back, it actually break the high that we know before. Therefore, it's telling us that there's a break of structure here. This is the high we know. Now, this is the market retraced back or corrected. When the market was swinging back up, it actually swing past the normal high we know before to come and form another new high. So that point where the old one was invalidated, or the old one was cleared by a market, we say that there's a break of structure there. Here too, you can see there's a break of structure here. You understand? So break of structure of bullish order block is always to the upside, is to the upside, is to the upside. So it's invalidating or breaking the highs that we know before. So what of bear or bearish break of structure? So this one happens when price breaks below the swing low, or let's say the previous swing low, signaling a strong down momentum, and it's potentially indicating that we are in a downtrend. So let's look at this bearish break of structure. So you see that the market came down, it went up, it came down. So when it was coming down, this leg up, when this leg down, when it was coming down, it broke the previous low that we know before. Therefore, that one is telling us that there is a break of structure there. You understand? So it forms a new low. Then the market corrected itself to the upside. And when it was coming down again, it still break the normal low that we know before. So it's telling us there's another break of structure there, another break of structure there. Do you understand? So that is basically what break of structure is. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So let's check more example. You see the market swing up, it came down, it swing back up. So as it's going back up, it break the previous one we know before. So there's a break of structure. It break the previous one, so there's a break of structure. Then to the downside, the break of structure will be in down place, because this is a low, this is another low. This low, when it was being created, it break the normal low that we know before. So there's a break of structure, there's a break of structure. So that is what break of structure is all about. You understand? Then what of change of character? So in change of character, the change of character pattern signals that there is a potential trend reversal in the market. Look at now, if you look at this one, you can see that we are going up, up, up. But once we get to this place, you see that the up that we go, like this one that formed, supposed to go more up, but it did not go more up, it came more down. So here now, we can say there's a break of structure. But I want you to take note of this place. You know, we are forming higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Here too, like this one is not supposed to come down to this place. It's supposed to stop at this place to continue. You understand? But it actually broke it down. It broke the normal low that we know before, therefore forming a what? That okay, there is a change of character here. You understand? That is from the uptrend that we know before, we are now in downtrend. So that is change of character. That is change of character. So in real sense, we can say in real sense, we can say break of structure, it confirms the continuation of the current trend. If we are going up, we are in uptrend, so it will keep on forming uptrend. It will be breaking structure as we are climbing up. But change of character, this one will now indicate a possible reversal in the direction. Let's say we are going up, then you see that the low that is formed is not supposed to be lower compared to the previous one. So immediately it gets lower, it's signaling that okay, the trend is about to change. So there's a change, trend reversal. You understand? So that is a change of character. So let's check. So I've explained the change of character for us. Look at now. The market keeps on forming break of structure. You understand? Going, so this one is telling me that what we are in downtrend. But now, as this market came back up, it's not supposed to clear the previous high that we know before. Now I cleared it. Immediately cleared it is signaling to us that what we are about to what? To change the character to the what? To the upside. You understand? So it signals change reversal. Look at this one. We are in uptrend. Then the market came down. Normally, this downward is not supposed to reach this place so that it can confirm to us that we are still what? Continuing our uptrend. But as it broke it like this, it's telling us that what? There is a potential trend reversal. So we are now in what? In downtrend. So it's downtrend trend is now be forming. So that is change of character. You understand? So that is change of character. So now let's look at more example on the chart. So if you look at this market, you can be using a tool called a path to actually do your, for now that you are still a newbie, you can be using path. This app, there is this tool called path. You can see it under shapes. You can see path to write it down. Look at here now. The market came down and went up, right? It came down and went up, right? It came down and went up, right? It came down and went up, and went up. I want you to follow through this one, this thing that I'm drawing. It came up, right? It came down from this. So now, let's look at this together. So if you look at this together, what is it telling us? The market was here. This was the high we know before. Then the market came down. It formed a high. Okay, this high did not really break this place. Okay, it came down. Then it went up. You can see that here like this, there's a break of structure because this is the high we know before. Now the market has broken it to the upside. So there's a what? There's a break of structure around this place. You understand? Let's continue. So the market formed a new high, then it corrected to the downside, then it went up. So going back up, what happened? Oh, it still break this particular high that we know before. So there's a break of what? A break of structure there too. You understand? Same here too, there's a break of structure. So that is how you should draw your break of structure. So there's a break of structure here too. You understand? So and so on and so forth like that. Now, when we now got here, this market that came down is not supposed to come down to come and clear the low that we know before. So what is telling you is that what we moved from the uptrend that we know before, we are now in what? In downtrend. So here is telling us that what? There is a potential reversal. So here now you will now be what? Like, if you like, you can call it a break of structure for a downtrend, and if you like, you can call it what? Change of character. That is where your uptrend changes back to what? To downtrend. You understand? So that is what break of structure is all about. So you can see here now, this was the low we know before. Now we form a new low. So here like this, you can say there's a break of structure here. Do you understand? There's a break of structure there. Now here, you can say there's a break of structure here. because this was the low we know before, but the markets now came down. So there's a break of structure there. You can see here too, there's a what? There's a break of structure here too. Do you understand? So that's how you'll be doing it. You see here too, there's a break of structure. So that is how to go about it. That's how to go about. I'm looking at the ones that are very, very obvious so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. This was the high before. The market came up to come and clear the previous high we know before. So there's a break of structure here. Do you understand? There's a break of structure here. So you use your trend line to draw it. So here, the market, this is the previous high. Then the market came to come and break it. So here too, there's a what? There's a break of structure here to the upside. You understand? Here, there's a what? There's a break of structure. So to draw break of structure is very, very simple. It's very, very simple. You understand? So that's how to go about it. There's a break of structure here, another break of structure. You understand? So you are going to be drawing it as it comes. So that is that about break of structure and what? And change of character. So here like this is here, you can say there's a change of character here. You can say there's a change of character here that you should now try to consider looking forward for uptrend. That is buy opportunity. Why? Because you can see that the market was coming down. Here, this was the previous low. The market broke it. So there's a break of structure. It still formed another low. Then the market was coming, it still break it. So there's a what? Another break of structure here. So it's telling us that what? We are in downtrend, right? So it still do break of structure here. So as this market is coming up, of course, we expect it not to break this one, which it didn't do, right? Which is nice. So we're expecting as the market is coming back down like this from here, it's supposed to break this place so that it can confirm to us that what? There's a break of structure. But it did not do that. Instead, the market fire up. It now fire up in this process that it now cleared the normal high that we know before. So it's telling us that what? There's a potential trend reversal. So here like this is a what? Is a change of character. You understand? So there's a change of character. You see that from the downtrend that we know before, we are now forming what? Uptrend. We are now forming what? Uptrend. Can you see? We are now forming uptrend. So that is that about change of character and break of structure. So in the next video, I will now be telling you that, okay, now having this knowledge of break of structure, change of character, and so on and so forth. Now, how do I use it? What do I use it for? Is now where we will now come to the point of demand and supply. You understand? So there are various types of demand and supply for different strategy. Support and resistance is a demand and supply. Indicator trading, there is demand and supply there, but the demand and supply zone that we use in SMC concept is what refers to as order blocks. Order blocks. When we say demand, that is where a lot of people want to buy from. When we say supply zone, that is where a lot of people want to sell from. So most especially the one that we use in SMC as an SMC trader is what? Is order block. So what are order blocks? That is what we will now be discussing in our next video. So all these order blocks, we pick them up at the swing points. You understand? We pick them up at the swing point. But before you say another block is valid, you must know that, okay, there is break of structure, there is a break of structure, there is a break of structure. So in the next video, we'll talk about order block. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.